Hello again. This Borefest referendum campaign grinds remorselessly onward, or should I say more realistically, the civil war within the Conservative Party. As has been obvious over these last months, the Brexit camp is awash with unsavoury characters such as Boris Johnson, Michael Gove, Kate Hoey, Ian Duncan Smith, and of course Nigel Farage. The vote for Brexit is mainly Little Englander nationalism flavoured heavily with xenophobia. And for the primitive life forms out there, anti-migrant, refugee, immigrant worker prejudice dashed with a yearning for a mythical pre-Windrush 1940s and 50s, Noddyland UK. All this red UKIP propaganda about the National Health Service, schools, housing, wages is beyond parody, coming from the likes of Ian Duncan Smith and his chums. The right-wing press, which is most of it, ironically owned by foreign oligarchs and billionaire tax exiles, will be ramping up the propaganda, particularly concerning immigration, over the next few weeks. Expect hysterical front pages to become literally indistinguishable from the neo-Nazi rantings of the BNP and Britain First. This is probably the case already. But what of the equally nauseating collection of Tory freaks lined up in the Remain crew, the other face of our entrenched establishment? Labour, Corbs, the unions are mostly reluctant born-again Remainers. They've been remarkably silent in their defence of the status quo, preferring the likes of Nicola Sturgeon and the Scottish National Party to pump up the Remain propaganda. Truth is, however, that the Cameron Osborne faction have dominated the Remain campaign. Take a look at their typical smirking pantomime at the B&Q Centre, Eastleigh, the other day, as they launched into the Treasury study, the other side of Project Fear, job losses, fall in house prices. My heart truly bleeds on that one. Recession, inflation. What I saw, observing it live on TV, was a sadly indicative portrait of the body politic here in the UK. This was the chilling sight of hundreds of workers listening in a zombie-like trance to two ex-members of the Bullingdon Club, beings from another world. It was a bizarre, disgusting event, even to see them lined up like unpaid extras, massed as backdrop around the tough duo as they spouted their drivel. Not even one ironic stage yawn from these workers. They all applauded politely afterwards. What is the matter with these people? Were they drugged into submission? In any other country on the face of the planet, probably even North Korea, there would have been some form of dissidence, but not here in England, 2016. Truly, we are a nation of sheep, owned by pigs and ruled by wolves. The International Monetary Fund, the Confederation of British Industry, bankers, business leaders, overpaid pundits are predicting disaster should the Leave vote prevail. All I know is this, that already there exists a state of mega inflation. Look at rents in the private sector. It's recession already for the million plus using food banks, the increasing number of street homeless who rely on soup kitchens and begging just to survive. There's the tens of millions whose situation is so precarious they are only a few pay packets away from benefits and near destitution. That's here and now. And that's why we shouldn't allow ourselves to be convinced by any side of this ruling class squabble. If this is the most important vote ever, We should show our contempt by refusing to participate. We need revolutionary upheaval, not voting yes or no, up or down, or in or out. Incidentally, I will be talking, along with the redoubtable Lisa Mackenzie, at an anti-university workshop on the 10th of June, 8 p.m. to 9:30 p.m. The title is Looking Down on Us, Dealing with Class Stigmatization. My contribution will be about class politics and the left. There will be an open discussion, and it's at the Open School East, 43 de Beauvoir Road, London, North 1. See you there, maybe. Bye.